Pizza, 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 pizza. Pizza, 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 pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Saturday night, old guy is here, and it's going to be a doozy tonight. It's pizza night, requested by Steve, right?
Yep.
Steve. And I thought, well, I mean, I could just make a pizza, you know, whip up a crust real quick and grate some cheese and whatnot, but I figured why not make it a little more difficult on myself and start from scratch with as much of it as I can. So I'm going to make the mozzarella cheese, I'm going to make the crust, I'm going to make the sauce, I'm going to make the sausage, and I'm also going to make a ground steak because I figured, you know, some beef also would be good on there, and different assortment of veg to go on.
So can I get come up with chat?
Well, like, please.
Eli's here. Hello.
Hi, Eli.
Ralph said that he'll be drying dishes while watching, so he might not chat much.
Okay. Hi, Ralph. I'm glad you're here, man. Awesome. Awesome. All the way from New Zealand.
Brandy Rubble's here.
Hi, Brandy. Happy Saturday.
Janice is here.
Hi, Janice. Happy Saturday.
John.
John. Happy Saturday.
Val.
Val. Happy Saturday. This is great.
Brandy's making brownies.
Oh, cool. So my usual question. Well, first, I hope everybody had a great week. This has been an exciting week for us, getting ready, and I'll get into that in a second. But as usual, I like to know what you all are having for your food tonight. I mean, obviously, we're going to have pizza, so you know, just quick little thing. What's your
Val says not just any pizza, mountain pizza.
True that. Mountain pizza is right. And it's just it was a request, you know, to make a mountain pie. So
Janice asked, did you grow the vegetables?
I did not grow the vegetables. That's I can't take credit for that, you know. But I am going to dice them up. So we'll see how much how much credit I think I deserve for that. Probably not a lot. So,
happy birthday, John.
John, happy birthday. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on your birthday. That's awesome. That is way awesome. So before I get started here, real quick, I want to talk about the milk that I got. There is a dairy, I don't know if you've ever heard of Olathe sweet corn, but it's a pretty popular thing. And in the town of Olathe, there is Rocking W cheese, but they also sell milk and some other things. First of all, it was cheaper than you would see in the grocery store. I couldn't believe it. It was less than $4 for the gallon, and I think at our local grocery store for regular whole milk is like $4.49 or something like that. So I was really surprised to see it for under $4. And this is a whole, full fat milk. In other words, it's going to have that layer of cream on the top. Now, the last time I got one, it was really thick and solidified, so I had to kind of spoon it out. I'm hoping that it will pour. We'll see. It's hard to tell because it's all white.
So Val says he's going to have sturgeon head soup for dinner.
That's interesting.
Randy's having croissant pizza DiGiorno's.
Okay, cool. Croissant pizzas.
Today's John's birthday. He's having barbecue-style meatloaf with mashed potatoes.
Nice, nice. And I believe that was one of your requests. That you never know. And speaking of that, we'll tell you who's coming up. Are we caught up?
Yep.
Okay. So this week, the magic flying finger, the flying fickled finger, as I'm sure Val would remember, But I'm not going to quite take it to that last one because then, that's totally stealing their line. But the flying pickled finger landed on Eli. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. And it's, he just said Asian stir fry. He wasn't specific at all. So this little guy will see what we're going to do. I might even make it a 3-meat thing, like do beef, pork, chicken, and maybe shrimp. We'll see. But anyway, so Eli, coming up not next week, but the week after next, your Asian stir fry is up. Okay, I'm going to keep talking here, but I got to get started. I'm thinking this is going to take at least an hour and a half, if not a little longer.
Natalie Nicole's here.
Hi, Natalie.
She had brats for dinner.
Brats. Love brats.
T-Bird and Red's here.
Sorry, T-Bird. Hey, man. I'm glad you're here. Just getting things started. I'm going to have my back to you for 1 sec. Get some hot water.
Janice asked what happened to the rest of the sturgeon, and Val says, not sure, it's in the can.
All right. Get this crust going. This isn't any, what do you call, 2-ingredient crust. It's pretty much a regular pizza crust. All right, get that yeast in there.
Eli says, Asian dinner night, sweet.
Oh, come on.
Val said, the flying fickle finger of faith from Rowan and Martin's Laughing.
That's right. Flying
here.
fickled finger of fate.
Scott's here.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, old guy, hope you and your better half are well.
We are doing great.
Any luck with the puppies?
No luck yet. Still,
Not yet.
I'm willing to meet anybody up to 8 hours distance, plus half the gas to sell a puppy. Okay, so there's that. And I got a little bit of garlic, salt, and a little bit of onion powder.
Crazy Dad, hey Tom.
Hey, too. So a little bit of both. Glad you could make it, man. Awesome. Hi to everybody else that may be there with you, like Uncle Les, maybe. I don't know who's all with you. And throw a little bit of. Oh, before I forget completely, got to say hi to my brother Doug, sister-in-law Shar. Hi, guys. Got to say hi to my family. All right, a little bit of olive oil. Pour this in. Before I forget, a little bit of sugar.
Eli says that he's joining with some chicharrones, the real ones with me, not the store ones that taste like stale oil.
I cannot stand store-bought chicharrones, or AKA pig rinds or pork rinds. Yuck. It always just tastes like nasty old, like I said, just nasty old grease. Nasty old pork grease. Okay, so that's going. Let me see here.
Val asked, have you had Colombian chicharron, Eli?
Doesn't look like the cream really separated that much.
Scott says, trust me, if I had the time and I wasn't getting a new job, I would be trying to buy your big pup. That dinosaur would be fun.
All right. Get this milk poured in.
Yeah, he's a huge guy.
What's that?
Said he's a huge guy.
Oh yeah.
T-Bird Red says, just got to ask how much for a pup.
800. Not negotiable. $800. We've already dropped it down to $500. You can't drop it any lower.
Crazy Dad says it's just him. Nate Knuckles stayed home. He's hanging out with family.
Oh, okay. So I need a little more water.
Al says the store-bought chicharrones taste like pork insulation.
Tried all different varieties and brands. None of them are good. Okay, so next step here, I gotta get some citric acid dissolved for the milk. Let's see, what do I do with my cup right here?
Scott says the cost of the dog is the cheapest thing. That's about right. Raising it is going to be
Yeah,
expensive.
raising it does make a difference. And so does the water on this. Definitely don't want to use tap water.
Nate's here, believe it or not. Me and Wild Man are here.
Hey, Wild Man! Hey! Glad you guys could make it. So I'm getting my citric acid dissolved here. Get it ready.
Randy says, I watched your recent video review, The Fear of the Reaper Ghost Pepper. Everyone should go check it out.
I tell you what, it got me good.
Cal wants to know what you're mixing citric acid with.
Just bottled water. Just plain bottled water. And that's what I mean. If the water makes a difference. It specifically says on the old cheese making thing that the chlorination or fluoride in the water affects how it makes the curd. So don't use tap water.
Natalie says, I see you have recovered from your hot sauce Reaper video, LOL.
That was really hot. Very, very hot.
Scott said Bill's hit him hard at times.
Yeah, it got me all right. Okay, so let me get a little bit of heat going there. All right. Rim it. It doesn't take a lot for the gallon. Knock that dust out of there. Almost too much.
Al says that Doodle is going to need kneecap surgery sometime.
Uh-oh.
Told him stop it, and that's going to be pricey.
Okay. Quarter teaspoon of the rennet. You gotta keep this stuff refrigerated. Alright. You gotta bring the temperature up on the milk to 90 degrees. So that shouldn't take too long. I'm hoping that's mostly cream. We'll see. Except it didn't solidify like the last time. Okay, so that milk is starting to warm up. I'm going to get started, if I can, a little bit on my sausage. So there's just some ground pork. And I got myself a cheat sheet here to get everything right. I didn't want to try and guess at it while I was going. So I'm going to start with the parsley.
Keybird says that he has a 4-year-old kid. She gets all of her medical taken care of. But even the food, we don't care. My dog gets 10 pounds of boiled chicken and a little dry food.
We always add fresh meat, cooked, but meat to the dogs. food.
Val asked, rennet is from the cow's stomach, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, indeed it is. It's an enzyme, I think, that helps break down the milk. Okay, quarter
Val says, be
teaspoon.
careful with your sausage.
Trying to be. Okay, let's see here. Where is my...
Eli says that you've activated Iron Chef mode tonight.
I guess I have. It's really, I kind of, I think went to about as far with this as I can go. A little more oregano. Okay, kosher salt. I don't want to get lost in what I'm doing here either. This is a pretty good recipe for a sausage. It's nothing, too crazy. I always liked fennel seed. I know some folks are not a fan. Yeah, I do like it. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a crush and a rub. Yes. And my dough is looks great. And let that run for just another minute or so. I want to bring that gluten out. So a little bit of rosemary. Where's my rosemary? There. No. There she is. Rosemary. How much of that? I don't want to put in more than I need. Okay, same thing with the rosemary. I just want to pinch it up a little bit more.
Val asked, do you ever proof your pizza dough?
Have I ever what?
Do you ever proof it?
Proof the pizza dough? Oh yeah. That's why I'm trying to get it started now so it has time to do its thing. And I'm thinking it will by the time I get done here.
Eli says, oh gee, I think I prefer Labrador over Great Dane. LOL.
I suppose I do too.
Ralph asked, ever tried making the cheese with vegetarian rennet?
I know that it's possible. I know they have it. But this is the, really counts only as the second time that I have made mozzarella. So I have not tried it with the vegetable rennet. I did buy that initially, and then I thought, well, perhaps when I, can at least make mozzarella at a reasonable level of confidence, I'll try something other than, animal rennet. All right. Mix in this citric acid. Almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
Get that mixed in really good. And why? To bring the acidity level of the milk up. Why do you want to do that? I don't know. All right, let me get back to my sausage. Some black pepper. That's the oregano, thyme. Where's my black pepper? Get the last few ingredients in here. Pepper. Thyme.
Val says to Eli, you watch your mouth, young lady. Do you realize you're in very serious trouble?
And last but not least, a little red pepper flake. That's funny. All right.
Scott says you made homemade pizza dough. I just learned to make homemade biscuits, and it was a lot easier than I thought.
Yes, it is. A lot of things like that are much easier than people think. That goes true with a lot of things. Stir it up. Okay, really, the last thing I'm going to do is just put in a pinch of sugar to help balance everything out. Pop on these gloves and I'm going to give it a good mix. I don't want to take the time to have to soap up my hands. I'm going to need to get back to this cheese here pretty quickly. And I need to get over here. Let me get this off this bag. That dough feels beautifully soft. Got a bag here to kind of keep it covered. Alright. Now I can just do what it needs to do. That part's done. Sausage is about ready here.
Yeah.
Just need to get it thoroughly mixed. And in case you're wondering about this flat bottom bowl, yeah, it's a dog dish. But I like it to do stuff like this. Mixed in just as good as I can here. It's going to take just a minute. Check the temperature here. Okay. 90 degrees is what I'm looking for on that milk. Okay. Feels good. Smells good. All right. Did I get it all in there? No. I did not get it all in there.
Shame on you.
I missed my paprika. Paprika!
Is there something else? Better look at that list twice.
Check it twice. I knew there was something missing by the color. Just didn't look right. That's okay. Fortunately, I keep my feathers numbered. And have another pair of gloves right here. Alright, so I'm going to mix this in. Then I'll set it aside.
We're talking about Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah.
Cheech and Chong's great.
I liked most of their movies, except for the Corsican Brothers or Corsican Brothers. I didn't like that one too much. I didn't think it was very funny. But the rest of them, yeah. And Sergeant Stadenko turns into a lizard. Nice Dreams, I think that one. Okay.
Is that a request, Eli? Chicharron tacos with salsa verde and some fresh squeezed lemonade.
I wish that finding fresh chicharrones around here, yeah, or even get alone the skin to make it with. Well, maybe. There's some friends of ours down the road that they do raise hogs. Into the fridge for a while with that. Give this milk a stir. Let's see where I'm at with my temperature. Looks like I am at 90. Shut it off. Alright. Now the rennet. Thorough mix.
Oh, that's what he's having. Eli.
Oh, that sounds delicious. And I would definitely go for that. But yeah, to make it here, I don't know. Guess I could. It would depend on whether or not I catch my buddy So that's got to sit for, let me set the timer, set. We set that for 15 minutes. And that's going to give me some time. Oh, got some water here. Woo! Getting some water.
Crazy Dad says a good pizza sounds very good. Very, very good.
Okay. Water. Turn that on. So I got to blanch the tomatoes. Get the skins off. Cut them, peel them. Right. And get it into the pan with some garlic and other stuff. So I'm going to start chopping that while the water's getting warm. We'll start with a couple of big cloves of garlic, or maybe 3 garlic cloves.
He like little brandy, because she said that it's been a while since she needs to refresh her memory. So Eli says a bite of a special brownie and pop in Cheech and Chong and have a good time. LOL.
Special brownies. Alright. Gotta get this garlic chopped up real nice here.
They're saying different Cheech and Chong things and talking about the different ones.
I am kind of cheating just a tad. Most of the time I would saute the garlic just a little bit with the onion in a saute pan, but I'm just going to do it in the saucepan. Save myself a little bit of time. Okay, there's that garlic. Get the onion. Garlic and onion. I couldn't believe how many stores I had to go to find one that had fresh oregano.
Yeah.
Would have been easier just to go to a nursery and buy a starter plant. Alright. Get some onion going here. It's going to be a delicious sauce. It's actually pretty simple, just the basics. Get it chopped up. Not quite ready to actually start cooking it yet. I'm going to need to have some tomatoes ready to go. So I'm just going to kind of get it all chopped up together. Just a few more minutes on that mozzarella, and hopefully it curdles right. Fingers crossed and stuff like that.
Val says you should start an herb garden, Tom.
An herb garden? I might do that. There's a small section of my yard that might work, but I'm going to need to find a way to keep my doggies from getting into it. Or growing any herb would just be pretty much a waste of time.
Ralph says he's got the stream casting on the 50-inch TV at home.
Nice. How do I look on the big screen?
Val says he has jalapenos, habaneros, and Thai basil growing on his balcony.
Oh, nice. Yeah, one place only had Thai basil, and I like Thai basil, but it's not the particular flavor I wanted for, my pizza sauce. Okay. Water's boiling, so drop these in. Ooh.
Val says, I have seen that beautiful herb plant you had previously.
Oh yeah. They were real nice.
Ralph says, yep, not bad.
There's, there would definitely be more grown this year. I mean, there's no doubt about it. A couple different sections of the yard. The new one, yeah. Especially for things like basil and rosemary, because those two things really help keep mosquitoes down, and that's where we sit. So that would be a good area to go. Yeah.
Steve Russell's here.
Hi, Steve Russell. How are you, man? We are just getting this show on the road here, more or less. Still got a long way to go. Got the cheese going in a pot right here. It is setting into curd.
Eli asked how the pups are.
They are doing great. They are sleeping right now, which is kind of nice. They are they're getting way too big. They need to go to a home. They need to find forever homes. The big guy, when he was 10 weeks, he weighed 30 pounds. We weighed him just the other day, and he weighs, at 12 weeks, he weighs almost 37 pounds. He's going to be a big boy. Oh, come on, things. We have break.
Hebert said he did a post of homemade pizza with French bread last night.
Yeah, French bread pizza is delicious. We do that on occasion. Specifically, my French bread is to do that with, absolutely.
Steve says he's hanging in. How are you? Oh, Chad, he was talking to Janice.
Gotcha.
Citronella is a good for keeping mosquitoes away, Val says.
It is. Citronella plants.
Peter says Tom goes the extra mile. Thank you. I'll save this.
Well, I wanted to this time. I wanted to kind of push myself a little bit, go beyond what I normally would do.
Natalie has a joke for you. What is the hardest type of tea to swallow?
The hardest type of tea to swallow? Well, just right off the top of my head, I'm going to say compost. I don't care how much lemon and sugar you put in it. That tastes terrible.
Reality.
Reality, yes. Same thing with compost, too.
Scott says he's planting a big herb garden this year. He's not buying parsley, oregano, basil, or thyme.
There you go. Come on, you.
Val's got to change the laundry. He'll be right back.
Okay, we'll still be here. At least I hope so. That is off. Get this out of my way. Okay. This one.
Scott says, why do you have to torture me with your puppy? I want to buy him so bad, but I'm not going to buy a dog to just put them in a crate or in the backyard for 10 hours until I get home.
Yeah, you got to be able to,
Torture me, I mean.
spend some time with them, that's for sure. That's the important thing. All right. I'm use these gloves just to help protect my hand a little bit against the heat. Get these.
We're going to get collars and leashes for them and start walking with them.
Yep. We're going to start training them. They're getting old enough, so they're doing really well on going to the bathroom outside.
Yep.
They make a few messes at night, late, but they're really doing good. So yeah, definitely time for some training. Hot maters. Yo! Woohoo! Woohoo! Yowzers!
T-Bird says, dogpile the queen.
I can remember doing dog piles in gym class. And I learned right away not to be the person that gets into the center first. That is the last place you want to be.
Crazy Dad says, what's your favorite kind of pie, Tom? Deep dish, New York style, thin crust, or pan style?
Well, usually I like it. I guess it'd be a New York style thin crust. That's what I like, and that's what we do most of the time. Generally, because that's just about all we can eat.
Yep.
You know, there's enough for dinner that night, and then leftovers for lunch the next day. And it's just a small pizza. Get that one. Missed one on the peel. There we go.
Oh.
That's all right.
Hurry up with this pizza, I'm hungry.
Hey! Doing the best I can here, Toots.
Scott says, I know I shouldn't, but where do you have pictures of your puppies?
If you go to my channel and search Polly's Pups, Polly, you will see the whole puppy family. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Mom and Dad, the pups, give you something, something to look at and give you an idea of what they look at, how they look.
Ralph says he'd love to teach the neighbor's dog to sniff out money and then walk her around the park.
All right. Get that oil hot. I'm all right so far. How much time do I got left? A couple more minutes on my curding. Let's hope that it does it, folks, because I ain't got no other mozzarella. I ain't got a backup block of mozzarella in the refrigerator. No. No, we got some cream cheese. We got some cheddar cheese. And really, cheddar cheese really doesn't have a place on pizza. But there are a couple of exceptions for that. All right.
Chong voice, if you put a top crust on a deep dish pizza, does it become a cow roast?
Yeah, does if you add ricotta.
Steve says, watch that hot sauce video. Your puking must have been bad.
Oh man, I'm not sure what it was that made me do that. If it was the flavor, and I've come to learn that Carolina Reapers have kind of a weird flavor, and it took me bad, and yeah, the heat also really took me by surprise. I didn't want to do what I did, but I did.
Yeah.
All right. I've got these sweated out as much as I want. Oh, the smell. Garlic and onion, I mean, who doesn't love that? Raise your hands if you don't love the smell of garlic and onion. I can't see you raising your hand, so we're good. Alright, a little bit of white wine. Start crushing in the maters.
Randy says reverse has a much better sound to it. What she's talking about, I'm not quite sure.
I hear you, timer. My hands are busy. My hands are busy. Well, that's all right. Turn that down just a little. You shut up.
Eli says, would you rather take full shot glass of that hot sauce or eat balut?
I'd rather just bow out and say, no, thank you. All right. We'll get some of these herbs chopped up and in the sauce. Some basil. Just a rough chop because I'm going to run my immersion blender in there at some point anyway. So rough chop is all I need on that. Same thing with the oregano.
Randy says the reverse is a term for throwing up.
Nice, a reverse.
Scott says, wow, your dog's well trained. Mom was great with the tug of war, so you think your big puppy will be bigger than his dad?
I do. When his dad came home at 10 weeks, he weighed 25 pounds. This guy at 10 weeks weighed 30, almost 31 pounds at 10 weeks. So my guess is he will be bigger. And Daddy weighs 138 pounds, so do the math there. He'll probably top out around 140, 145. That's my guess. He's going to be a big dog. He'll definitely need some room and not grow up like in an apartment.
Yeah. Natalie says, what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
Well, a couple of reasons, I guess. One is I thought it would be fun, but just as a way of leaving something of me behind. Old guys aren't old guys, for very long. We were young guys a lot longer than we're going to be old guys. So I figured this is just, why not? I did stand-up comedy for 7 years, and I did it because I didn't want to wonder what if I would have done that kind of thing. And so same here, same with this, well, what if? So I'm not expecting to get anything from doing this. I just have fun doing it, and that's kind of all it is. All right, let's get some of this fresh oregano in there. Good enough. Oh, that smells so good. Okay. Check that cheese.
Eli told Val, can't wait for that balut egg salad.
Yuck. All right. Get my little bit of a mess kind of cleaned up here just real quick. Try to keep things reasonably picked up as I go. If I don't, it's really going to get messy. Heck, I'm already going to destroy this kitchen doing this.
Yep.
All right, this is my moment of truth right here. Do we have a curd? Sure looks like it. I don't know if I'd really be able to show you guys, but it is separated pretty nicely. Yes. That's a good curd. It's wanting to spin around rather than cut. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I'm real happy with this.
Scott says, trust me, as much as I want to buy your dog, my icon is my old Labrador. I would never get a pet unless I know that they will have a forever home and everything they need.
Yep.
Keybird says they have fun watching you.
Okay. Ooh. All right. So back on the heat.
Eli says, oh gee, for the next Halloween, 1,000-year-old deviled eggs.
No.
You wouldn't do it in the house. I wouldn't let him.
No.
For one.
That, yeah, well, yeah, to start with, Mrs. Olgate wouldn't let me. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm sure that the flavor might be something that you can acquire a taste for, but I was in the presence of someone that had eaten a few of them and got a little too close, and his breath. Not going to tell you what part of the horse I thought that smelled like. All right, the sauce is starting to smell pretty decent. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt, sugar. About a tablespoon, maybe. And some salt.
Scott says that he had his lab for 11 years and golden for 17 years from pups.
Yeah.
Steve wants to know what you're making today.
Steve, I'm making mozzarella cheese, pizza crust, Italian sausage, pizza sauce, and steak. I'm going to grind up some steak. I'm making pizza.
Mountain pie.
Mountain pie. Mountain pie.
That was Steve's request.
It is. It's looking really good. Smells absolutely amazing. I'll give it a taste here in a few. This is going to give me just a second to get some of this stuff put away. Get it out of my way. Hope y'all don't mind.
Steve says sounds busy.
It is busy. Many years ago, when I had my pizzeria, now it was a small, very small place. I could seat 19 people. That's very small. But during the summer, we would get crazy busy. They would have the county 4th of July up there on that weekend. They had it was like a tiny mini Sturgis. A ladies' biker run would come up in July. And they also had a pack burro race, which was pretty popular. And so July was always super busy for us. And one day our main refrigerator broke down. Oh, what a nightmare that was.
Yeah, it was.
But luckily, the place across the street, the hotel, let me use a little bit of their cooler space until I could get the repairman there, which I paid double for on a holiday weekend. Man, that was something.
Eli says Little Caesars has really stepped up in its quality the last few years.
Yeah, the last one I tried was good. The calzone, that was really good. I didn't try the other one, with the Batwing thing. I didn't figure it would be any different, just a different shape. So, and less of the calzone. That's what made it good. That was the difference. All right, here's that immersion blender. Crank the heat down.
Scott said random, but did you say that you did stand-up comedy earlier?
I did. As a matter of fact, for the last 3 years I did it. I entered the Comedy Works Comedy Central stand-up comedy contest. And my last year actually qualified into the top 15 out of a field of 400. So that was pretty good. But you know, it's not what I do, not what I did full time. So I really couldn't like put the effort into it that somebody that wanted to do it full time could do. So all right, just slowly just shaking this, trying to get that curd stirred around without breaking it apart too much. What am I missing here?
Val said spot on, already the Batman pizza.
Okay. Yup. Time to pull that off. Yep. This is the part that makes me nervous. Oh, where did the pan go? Let's see if I can get some curd out of here. Where did I do the basket thing? Fingers crossed now. Next step. It's a little soft, but I can work with that. It's going to take me just a second here to to get all this curd scooped out. Happy with the amount. It's going to should make a pretty good amount of cheese. Maybe even more than what I'm going to need for the pizza. We'll see. Curd's looking good. It's not super solid. It'll be all right. Just going to have to get my stretch on. Get it a little hotter. And get it to stretch. Yep.
You know, it says OG, the cheese making wizard.
I wouldn't go that far. You know, you can't call a guy that's made cheese twice a cheese wizard. You know, that's like taking 2 karate lessons and calling yourself Mr. Miyagi.
So Ralph says, do you ever let the pups pre-wash the dishes? Some people put their dishes on the floor and call their dogs because it makes they've tried to escape the food, to scrape the food off the floor.
No, we don't really give our dogs any table scraps. Not usually. No, most of the time they just get their food, and like I said, we'll add some protein to it, like maybe chicken. They eat a lot of chicken. Sometimes turkey, sometimes a little lean pork.
Val says he would love to see you make Limburger.
Limburger cheese. Yeah, Mrs. Old Guy wouldn't let me make stinky Limburger cheese.
Got that right. Nice try, though.
So I think I've about got all that I'm really gonna get. I guess I could pull out a little bit of cheesecloth and really get every little bit. That's close enough, I think. So I'm gonna put another set of gloves on and see if maybe I can get it to kind of clump up a little bit. So I can begin the stretching process. We will see. Oh, I gotta get this back on the heat. I'll get this hot. And I'll use that to help heat the curd until I can get it to stretch right. We'll see. I want to sound like I know what I'm doing.
Also, you have to be careful with dogs, Ralph. There's a lot of things toxic, like olives, garlic, onions, and grapes.
Oh yeah. Mushrooms. Lots of things that dogs can't have. Like apples are perfectly good for them, except for the core and the seeds. Corn seeds is not good for them.
Scott says his dog tried to lick the dishes out of the dishwasher and got his collar caught on the dishwasher, and he freaked out and he drug half of his dishwasher through his apartment.
That's not good. Is that gonna let me put that in there? No.
Ralph says, what's everyone's thoughts on blue cheese? I can't stand it. I can't stand it either, Ralph.
All right. It's all right. Let me go up to a little backup plan here. Got to get it hot. It's not going to fit in that pot. So I'm going to give it like maybe 15-second, 20-second shot.
He likes it. He likes blue cheese.
I like blue cheese in things. In some things, but I don't just like blue cheese itself. Okay, that's not hot enough.
Eli says he thinks he's the least picky eater ever.
I'm going to make a mess and get this everywhere.
Val says it depends on what it's on for the blue cheese.
I've made a blue cheese, like blue cheese dressing is okay. And I made used to make a steak that took blue cheese and a little bit of rosemary.
Hot now.
Quite hot enough yet?
But I said you just needed a few seconds.
Well, hey, a few seconds is a matter of whatever. Let me see now. Woo! It's getting hot. Yep, that's what I need. Get it to come together and lose some of that weight. Yow. Really hot.
Val says, I like blue cheese and I cannot lie. Those other brothers can't be nice.
Okay, there's one ball. I'm going to just have to kind of do this in little sections here. It's about all the heat I can handle. It's pretty hot.
that sauce smells really good.
It does. Okay, now getting this softer curd out of that. Yo! The rest of it. Come on. We're getting there. After the stream, I'll probably go back through this way and run it through a cheesecloth. Catch a little bit more. But for time's sake, I'll try and get through this.
Eli says, I didn't know that the ones who give out the Michelin stars were also the tire people.
Huh? Isn't that funny? I wonder why they don't use the same tire band. Okay. I'm happy with that. Just gotta put that back in there. It's better. Back in for another shot of heat. Hopefully now I can get it hot enough to melt the fat. We'll see. Again, fingers crossed. It's going to be hard to make a pizza without mozz.
Scott says, random, but what was your first tattoo, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh, don't mind a bit. The eagle. And then this dragon. And then the snake. And so Friday and Saturday. Got them over 2 days, so. Looking better. Woohoo! Dropping a little more that way. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Again. Give it another little blast. At this point, I could probably use the hot way. Might as well just finish it this way. If the curd would have been a little firmer to start, I may have been able to do it that way. Oh, look at that. I'm getting some stretch to it. Ooh. That is hot. Yo! Okay, before I forget, it's going to need a little salt. About a teaspoon. All right. I think one more blast ought to do it. It's only taking a few seconds now for it to get pretty hot. 10 seconds or so. Whew! Man, that is hot. Doesn't want to stretch for me. For some reason. I'm going to try it one more time. If not, I'm just going to work with it as it is. That's okay. It's still mozzarella cheese. It's just not going to get away on me.
And I says, Chum, the wonder dog.
He is Chumley the Wonder Dog. Come on. Here we go. Now I'm starting to get a little stretch out of it. That's encouraging.
Ralph said we've had Maori, M-A-O-R-I, over here discriminated against for their facial tattoos, even though it's a cultural tradition.
Wow. All right. It is stretching a little bit. I think it's going to be okay. Like, maybe could take it further, but I don't know how many times you can do it before it's no longer cheese. Looks like it's really close though. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Cool. I'll just cut it into some slices. Oh, okay. I heard you. Coming up, just got to dice some veg. This dough is almost risen to the top of the bowl.
Cook for meat, yeah?
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
still got to grind the sausage, or grind the steak. Okay, I'm going to call that enough. I'm tired of burning my hands. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see what I got here. Here's that ball of cheese. Probably render some more later. We'll see. But yeah, for now, I can just go right there. Dough looks great. Okay. Set this aside. I'm going to get my steak ground up. So, where's my oil? Just a tad. Just a tad bit of oil. It's a pretty lean steak. I'm just going to grind it right into the pan. And that is the top sirloin steak. Or it was. Now it's ground beef. Bum, 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 bum. All right. There's our steak. A little bit of salt on there. A little bit of black pepper as soon as I find it. Guess I put it away too soon.
Scott says, are you growing your beard now?
Yep, it's all gonna get grown back. I buzzed it down for the summer, and by the time December hits again, it'll be all overgrown again.
Eli says, no thrashed apple?
What do you mean, no thrashed apple?
It's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge. We got a 12-pack, bud. I was looking for this RC that I saw Tim and Crazy Dad Show review. This, what was it? The RC Vanilla Berry, I think.
Berry
Tim?
cream.
Berry cream or something. Tim, what was that? If you're still there. That looked really good. Okay, well that's good.
Ralph called in his mom to see Chumley in the kitchen, but then he walked out again.
Oh, well I can call him in. Call your mom back. Or is she still there? Chumley,
Go see Daddy.
come here, buddy. Come here.
Polly's like, why are you calling now?
Somebody wants to see you. Come here. It's okay. Nothing. Come on up. Come up here and give me hugs. Oh, there's my buddy. Yes. Yes, my buddy. Touch my buddy. Here, can we turn a little bit? Up here. Come on.
Come.
Let people see you. Oh, yes. Okay. I hope your mom got a look.
It's okay, Polly. He didn't get nothing.
Okay, ground steak is coming along very nicely. And
Eli says, I want to try cactus cooler so bad. Not common around here, the irony.
that's no kidding. Let's get this hopefully cream.
Drew Horst is here.
Hey, Drew Horst.
Excellent pepper chopping, old guy.
Oh, well, thank you. It's all in the wrist. So it's not going to take a lot of these, but some, huh? All right. A little red. Yeah. A little orange, a little green bell pepper. Might as well.
Ralph said, thanks. She said they are lovely.
They're good dogs.
Nate said it was RC berries and cream.
RC berries and cream, yes. That looked really good, and I am totally jealous that you guys can find it and I can't. It's like not at all fair. All right. So, ground steak. Done?
Yay.
Yep. And let's see here. Bake. Where am I at? 475. All right. Where am I at with time, Mrs. Old Guy? How long have I been at this?
7:13.
7:13. Well, I'm not doing too bad, I guess. Coming into the home stretch.
Yep.
All right, let me get a plate to put these on. Just so I got a little more room off my cutting board here. There we go. Orange pepper. Yum.
Scott says, I want a big boy like that again. Great feeling being met at the door by them when you come home.
Yeah, no kidding. Chumley isn't as licky as some dogs are. They really like to lick. Him not so much. He's not that big on licking. Polly, she licks, but not even she doesn't lick that much.
Yeah.
which I don't mind. I don't mind getting those licky kisses. Mrs. Old Guy doesn't like that at all. Huh. Go figure. Yuck! Dog germs!
That puppy with brown spots, he's a licky little guy.
Yeah, he is. All right.
Scott says, curious, are your neighbors or anyone afraid of your dogs?
Yeah, my neighbor, I don't think he's necessarily afraid of him, but he's definitely intimidated by him. And he doesn't necessarily want to come in the yard when he's out. So yeah, I guess he's afraid of him. But you know, I don't blame him. American Bulldogs, well, any big dog for that matter, yeah, make you think twice about screwing around in somebody's yard or whatever. Pretty intimidating. All right. A little more green. I guess I was a little skimpy there. And I'm not making our normal little itsy bitsy 12-inch pizza. There's the pizza pan for tonight. So let's see. Did I pull that out? I did. Pulled it out, but I didn't get any going. How come?
Shame on you.
Let's get at least half that Italian sausage in there. Get that pan on. Okay, sauce. Crank it back on. I want it to reduce down just a little bit more. Getting there. Now, one of my absolute favorite things ever on a pizza is fresh oregano. Once it's baked on a pizza, it is one of my favorite things to put on. Every chance I get, I will do it. I don't always do it.
Scott says, my dog never licked me or my dad because we hated it. When he licked vets or other people, they would say, oh my God, he loves me. My dad and I were like, no, he only licks people he doesn't like. Eli says he definitely earned a thrashed apple tonight.
I did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if I've earned one, then by golly, I'm going to march myself right over to that refrigerator and get one out.
Sure got to love dogs. I just got back from walking the neighbor's dog, and it started pouring down rain, so she came out of her kennel and tried to lead me back in with her.
What did you say, Frau? Okay. Whew, is it worth it? Let's see.
Nate says, believe it or not, Crazy Dad actually found that RC at a Dollar General.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I went to a Dollar General looking for it. That's a good pizza sauce. I'm going to add just another pinch of sugar to it.
Scott says the worst thing I did ever as a dog owner was teaching my golden at 15 years old to bark.
A little salt.
Nate's laughing at you because you looked at the Dollar General and didn't find it.
It's all right. Let him laugh. All right. It's pretty close. Sauce is rocking. This oregano, a little bit of a chop. Yeah, I guess it's enough. I got another pack here. Let's see, I got some onion, but I've also got a little bit of shallot, a little bit of green onion. So I'm just going to add that on there too. Might as well.
Yep. It's going to be a good pizza.
What's that?
It's going to be a good pizza.
It is. Oh, if I can get this thing to peel, come on.
Natalie says, will Cousin Cletus ever make an appearance?
Cousin Cletus will be back. He's on extended vacation. Him and his brother, Cooter, they decided they wanted to go back to the swampland for a while. Can't say it's all blame them. That's where they're from. Okay, that's done. Pan's off. Sauce is rocking. I just wanted to reduce the amount of more of the paste. Let's put some of this stuff out of the way. Almost got onion. Almost got onion. Green. Let's get some regular onion there. Quick slicey slice. Okay. There's regular onion. Gonna keep that oregano there. Okay, another second where I can kind of get stuff picked up a little bit. Woo! Got this fan going here. I'm glad I do. It's getting hot in here. Eli, the thrashed apple, thank you for the permission. I appreciate that.
Eli says, Cousin Cletus is my favorite weatherman.
That's because he's direct, to the point.
Scott says, not sure if I shared this, but I was cooking and left a steak and vegetables on an iron skillet. I turned around and there was a family of 8 raccoons on my picnic table watching me cook. I was camping in the woods.
Oh. I just made a mess. Oh. Black olive juice all over the table.
Ralph says, it looks like you need a book under the leg of your table. It's very wobbly.
It is. The table's wobbly for a couple of reasons. One, is the legs, but the floor itself here. It's one of the parts of the house that's really showing its age. Is the floor? It's super soft and mushy. So when you walk on it, you can almost feel it, kind of give a little bit underneath your feet. So it's a combination of a crappy floor and the little adjuster knobbies on the legs. Cross between two things there. Little black olive for my side. Okay. Whew. I think I made it.
Yay.
Let's look at some crust. Yeah, I'm just going to give this, it's just coconut oil. Give this pan a good spray down. I don't want it sticking, and I also want it to get a little crispy. Okay. Let's look at the crust. See that? Enough light there? The crust has risen and oh man, it smells really good. Really good. Just gonna give it a quick pull. And I'm gonna toss it in the pan and I'll finish stretching it out with my fingers. Oh, yes. Yes. Don't want it too thin in the middle. Here we go. Just gonna push this out now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Snap. Let's get some sauce on it. Nope. Sauce goes on in a minute. I can't grate this cheese, so I'm going to slice it and put slices of cheese on the bottom. Let's see, I guess I'll cut it this way.
Brandy says she's prepping right along OGC as grating potatoes for tomorrow.
Nice. What you making? Potato pancakes or what are you making with grated potato? Gnocchi? Love gnocchi. This old guy, do you want to try a taste of the cheese?
Sure. Scott says, I visited my aunt's house and it was a one-story. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It was a one-story and it was just concrete floors. It was so nice not hearing cracking noises every time I walked.
How is it?
Yum.
Has it got enough salt to it this time?
Better.
Better.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably does.
So I'm just going to finish cutting this up into slices.
You don't get my cheese.
All right, let's see how well that does. That's going to be enough.
Oh, I guess. There you go, Holly.
Uh-oh. Kids are getting a taste of cheese.
He's here begging.
Okay. It's getting there.
Randy says twice baked style, going to put it in a dish.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Love twice baked taters.
Eli says you have flexed your culinary muscle tonight. I salute you.
Well, thank you.
Steph says twice baked anything is amazing.
Yeah, I was going to kind of argue with that, but just a little bit. All right. It took just about all of it to cover the bottom of this.
It's good.
It is. Very nice.
Scott says, have you ever made twice baked lobster?
Twice baked lobster, no. All right. I think I'm going to use this ladle or spoon here. Might be a little easier. Get the sauce knocked out on here. Lots of sauce. Okay. Now, what do you think?
Val says, I'll bet twice baked SpaghettiOs aren't amazing.
Well, maybe they could be, depending on what you put into them, because usually when you twice bake something, you're adding something to it. Like twice baked potatoes, you add onion and sour cream and cheese and chives and bacon, and so imagine you could probably fix that up. But what do I know? All right, let's add some cheese or some
Ralph said
cheese.
his mom said how it must be nice having a chef for a partner. It is really nice.
Put on that sausage. Try and get a semi-even coat.
Scott said twice baked lobster is a thing on the Disney cruise, and I heard it was amazing.
I guess it is. I guess there's no reason why it couldn't be. All right, time for a little veg.
You like twisted baked chocolate Viennas.
No more chocolate Vienna sausages. Okay.
Brandy says onion.
Yep. Two different kinds of onion: regular onion and green onion. Oh yes. Now the only thing is I don't have any cheese for the top, but that's okay. It's going to make the rest of this bake up really nice. Get that nice kind of little crispy kind of texture to it on the top. This ground steak. How is it? That's a good question. Huh. Now that's funny. It tastes just like sirloin steak. Wonder why that is. All right.
Scott says, I hope old guy doesn't give you a plastic spork to eat that food he made for you.
Black olive on half. Mrs. Old Guy is not the fan of the olives. That's okay. She doesn't have to have any.
Brandy says, I love Vienna, but chocolate?
Yeah, you should check out my I think I called it Vienna Chocolate Challenge. And it's just a can of Vienna sausages covered with Hershey's syrup. Yum. All right, last but not least,
Scott says, amazing food he made.
this oregano on the top. And I'm telling you, if you have never had fresh oregano baked on top of a pizza, you gotta try it. All right, before I put it in the oven, I'll give you guys a little better of a bird's eye view.
Brandy said that she'll check it out.
See that okay? Yeah? That beautiful pizza, and this thing weighs a ton. Okay, it doesn't weigh a ton, but it weighs a bunch. Alright, into the oven. We're in the home stretch, guys. Woohoo!
Ralph said she also said Mountain Dew should be sponsoring you for showing their product.
They should. They absolutely should. I agree with that 150%. Let's set that timer for set 11 minutes. It's not going to take much longer than that. Put a couple more things away.
It's nice that Ralph's mom is watching, Mom.
Yeah. Indeed. A special hello to Ralph's mom. Hello, Mom.
Brandy says, great looking thigh.
I can't wait to taste it.
Val says, I missed it, Tom. Do you brush your crust?
If it was a type of crust that was on the outside of a pan, you know what I mean? Like you got a flat pizza pan or a screen, yes. But in this case, no. Just because probably all the oil and whatnot's going to kind of bubble over on it anyway, is my guess. I did, yes, normally brush with it was actually an olive oil with Italian herbs mixed in is what I used to brush my pizzas with when I had my place.
Eli says, Tom, I think you may be the first comedic chef. Roast the audience while you roast the chicken, LOL.
Roast the audience. Good way to lose. That's a good way to lose viewers. All right, boy, I sure made a mess.
You sure did. You're running out of room.
I know. Whose brilliant idea was it to make all that? Oh, okay, I get to sit for just a minute. Woohoo! Oh, man. That was fun. Now let's just see if it pays off. Normally I may maybe put like some tomato paste in the pizza sauce, you know, but I wanted to make as much of it without coming from a can as I could, at least on the stuff that I could make.
Brandy says, no, I think most of us can take it, OTC.
Well, that's a good thing. Hey, you can take it, but I just can't dish it out. Unless it's food, I can dish out food real good. Speaking of food, suppose I should get a couple of plates.
Yep.
We might want to use that. And a couple of forks. Well, a fork for you anyway.
Yeah, I'll probably need it.
Yeah.
It's a big, thick pizza.
I'm a tough guy. I eat my pizza by hand.
Ralph's mom just asked which of you does the dishes.
Actually, we both do.
Yep.
I wash, she rinses.
Yep.
And every night when we eat, or every meal we eat, we lean over, give each other a kiss. I love you, and happy whatever it is. Like if it's breakfast, happy eggs, or if it's lunch, happy sandwich. In this case tonight, it's going to be happy pizza. And then when we do dishes, you know, I'll lean over and give her a kiss and tell her I love her, and happy dishes, happy all-day dishes, happy after-stream dishes. You know, it's happy dishes, kind of like Bob Ross with these happy little clouds, only with dishes. So we both do the dishes.
Scott said making pizza sauce, Alfredo, or any other sauce is difficult, he thinks. I had to order out because I messed up a few times.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like you can follow a recipe and probably make yourself a decent sauce, you know, but just to whip one out, you know, it just takes a little bit of experience is all, you know what kind of flavors go together. But if you think about the stuff that you use to make pizza sauce, you know, oregano and whatnot, same thing with a lot of sauces, you know, the white sauce, like a bechamel sauce. Around these here parts, we call it country gravy because it's just milk, butter, and flour. A little salt and pepper. It's bechamel. If you want to get fancy, you can add a wine reduction to it.
Ralph says, she said, "Aw, you're a nice guy."
Oh,
Oh.
oh, shucks. You got me all embarrassed now. Oh, come on, pizza. 5 minutes. And it smells great in here right now. It really does. You can smell it smells like a pizzeria. It really does. Oh, man, it smells so good. That's one thing I do miss about owning my pizzeria is that the smell of the fresh dough when you're making it, and the smell of the pizza as it comes out of the oven. Just love it. Just love it. Yeah, here's a little story for you. When I was in the Army, and I was stationed in Germany, and part-time I worked at the enlisted men's club carry-out. So they have this little kitchen where you could get like fried chicken or burgers or pizza, and they 99% of their business was pizza. Payday weekends was really busy for them. So we'd get orders for 4 or 5, maybe even 6 pizzas at a time. So to keep them warm, we would put, stack them, but we'd put them on top of the oven where it was really nice and hot, and the pizzas would stay warm. And so they get their order, pull the pizzas down, hand them to them. So there was this new guy, and I don't know where this guy came from, but he must have never had handled a pizza before, because we had a box of a stack of 5 pizzas on the oven, and with a ticket in it. I called the guy, told him, I called the guy to get the order down. And these are the boxes right here, right? He reaches up and he pulls them down, and then he tries to tuck them like this, like it's a suitcase. And of course, all the cheese and sauce and everything slid down and started coming out of the box. It burned him all over the floor, and I'm like, who told you to carry pizzas like a suitcase? It was just, so we had to completely start over on that order, and we had to give it to them, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Some folks have a screw loose.
Eli says thrashed apple barbecue sauce.
Thrashed apple barbecue sauce. That sounds good. I mean, why not? I made a thrashed apple cheesecake, which was amazing. So, yeah. Thrashed apple barbecue
Sal
sauce.
says don't whip one out on YouTube. Not quite sure what he's talking about.
Who?
Val.
Val, don't whip one. Oh, well, it depends on how you whip it. If you whip it good or not.
Scott says, yeah, practice in the proper heat and passionates. I never knew pasta water was liquid gold. Throw it away for yours.
Oh, I shouldn't have peeked, but I did. It looks so good.
Randy says, practice makes perfect. I think, like this recipe, recipes take many, many tries before they turn out.
Yeah, if you're just starting from scratch and creating your own recipe, absolutely, it can take several tries before you get the taste that you want. Other times, you get lucky. You hit a home run right away. It's a luck of the draw, I guess.
Right.
Or a challenge to skill level.
Ralph says, and she said that you're enough to make her an omnivore.
See?
Eli says, carrying pizza like textbooks. LOL.
What about textbooks? Again.
Carrying pizzas like textbooks.
Yeah, I know, it was terrible. Like I said, he made he burned himself. I made a huge mess, and we had to start all over. So, ooh, we got a minute left.
Yay. Jenna says, what year were you in Germany and what city?
I was in Germany from 1976 to 1981, and the nearest town that I was near was called Esslingen, but the biggest city I was near for reference would be Stuttgart. Just loved it over there. I had way more good times than bad times, that's for sure. It was a great experience. It was so much fun. Got to do quite a bit of traveling, so hey, got to go to a foreign country and travel and do all kinds of neat stuff on Uncle Sam's dime. So I was happy with that. Okay, there's that magic beep. There it is again.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. Heaven, I'm in heaven. Oh. All right, there is a mountain pie. Look at that. That pan is full.
Yum.
The cheese is starting to bubble up through the sauce. This is going to be amazing. And this is also kind of the hard part. I gotta let it sit for just a second.
Eli says, I'm guessing there was a lot of beer involved in Germany.
There was. There was, yeah, I would say a fair amount is a good assessment. My record in one evening was 15 liters. And yeah, they poured me back to the barracks. That's a lot of beer. It's like around, that's I think a little over 3 gallons. Boy, was I drunk. Germans have a holiday for everything.
Janice says that's a magnificent mountain pizza pie.
Thank you, Janice. I'm gonna let it cool just for a second so the cheese doesn't just run off. Just another minute here. I'm really hungry. We are eating a lot later than we normally do, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth the extra minute of waiting to make sure that the pie cuts right. Went to this much trouble. So. Well, what's the
Scott said, you just said, I'm in heaven, and I know you're quoting a movie. What's the movie?
Oh, the movie that I was kind of quoting was the scene from The Green Mile when John Coffey gets to watch the Fred Astaire movie. And that song was playing during that scene. So I hope that helps. All right, here we go. I can hear a nice little bit of crunch on the bottom end of that crust. Oh yeah.
Val says, song Dancing Cheek to Cheek. I think it was a Fred Astaire, but not sure what movie.
Yep. That's where I saw it was anyway, on the Green Mile.
Brandy said that she found the kitchen scissors work well to cut frozen pie.
Okay. It's good to know. I'm just kitchen scissors for all kinds of crazy stuff. Can you hear my dog bark?
Eli says pizza is one thing I always destroy my mouth with, but I can't ever wait for it to cool down.
Uh-huh. I'm kind of the same way. Tonight's a little different. Let's see here. Will I cut
Ralph's
that?
mom noticed that olives are only on one side.
Yep.
Asked if one of you doesn't like them.
That would be Mrs. Old Guy. does not like olives.
Scott says thank you. That was going to bug me. A green mile was a great one.
So there's Mrs. Old Guy's slice. I'll give you an idea how thick that is. Can you see that from the side, Mrs. Old Guy?
Crazy dad, Nate's crazy dad, and Nate's mom said that they would love to try these. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
There's your piece.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Get my slice with the olive here.
Well said from the movie Top Hat.
Probably. That's probably where the song comes from originally, I'm sure. The one I saw it on was the Green Mile. So. All right. Quick look at the one with the olives on it. Nice, thick. I hope that you consider this a mountain pie.
Nate says, crazy dad said, how much would you charge for that pie?
How much would if I was making this pizza like in a restaurant? It's difficult to say because the price of things, but pie this size with similar ingredients, $25, maybe a little more. I'd have to say more, maybe around 30.
Eli says, you outdid yourself tonight. What an epic stream. Brandy says, woohoo, yes, that's going to be amazing pizza. It is very good.
Wow.
And Brandy says, Eli, epic to extreme. Natalie says, is it too late for me to come over, have a slice, but it might take me a minute to get there.
See, Natalie, we go through this every week. If you want to taste Old Guy's cooking, you're going to have to come a little bit ahead of time.
And if you ever make it to Colorado,
I'm telling you, that fresh baked oregano on the top is what really makes this. The only thing I'm missing is that cheese pull, but the cheese itself is just perfect. It's creamy.
Ralph's mom asked if I ever come on camera. Nope.
Nope.
I'm not a camera person.
I might, maybe someday, I might get Mrs. Old Guy to come in front and just, give me a little hug and a quick wave. But that's a big maybe. Yeah, she prefers to be behind the scenes. I, on the other hand, don't mind kind of being in front of people and that, because I like the public humiliation. This sausage.
This is a very good pizza.
Sausage in there. Turned out real nice. Would be even better if it would have had a little longer to sit. But this is amazing. I don't think I would put much other than that's already on here. I don't think adding any other meats really would add much, except for maybe if we're going to add some Italian, like soppressata or some capicola or something along that line. So this was Steve, yeah?
Yep.
Steve, thanks for the great idea to make a mountain pie. I know I, probably went a little above and beyond what you were expecting, but I thought it would be fun to do and kind of push myself a little bit and see what I can do on one of these streams. I managed to get it done in less than 2 hours,
Yeah.
which is, I think, pretty good. This pizza is fantastic. I'm going to share some with my neighbors, and we'll probably get this thing wrapped up here pretty quick. As always, I'm going to ask you if you have any further comments or if you have any suggestions as to what you would like to see Old Guy make for Saturday night dinner. Please speak up now. Mrs. Old Guy awaits with pen and paper, and we will get it written down. That said, I'm going to take another quick bite.
Joshua Maxwell's here. Hey, I made it to the Indian again.
Joshua! Well, hey man. If you got some time, catch the replay. We made this here mountain pie totally from scratch.
Eli says the longer
Including the
stream
cheese?
has been nice.
I'm sorry, what?
Eli says the longer stream has been nice.
Thank you, Eli. I appreciate that. Kind of wondered, if folks would want to hang around that long. But like I said, this was a kind of a challenge to myself, just to see what I could do in that, in a couple hours. So, I'm happy.
Those red pepper flakes or grated Parmesan.
Yep. It's got some red pepper flake in the sauce. I could have put a little bit on, or some parm. Absolutely, a little on the top. But I wanted to keep it, to what I made or chopped up or whatever.
Scott said this was a great long stream. Don't forget to drive some pizza over to Val.
Won't be as hot and fresh by the time we get there.
Randy suggested curry dish with basmati rice.
Basmati rice. It's fun to say basmati. Word of the day, basmati. Use basmati in the sentence. I'm not going to. That's for you to use it in the sentence. Well, if there are no more suggestions or no more comments, I am going to slip on out of here. But as always, I'm going to ask you folks, volunteer some of your time. Give back, even if it's just an hour in a week. Help out a neighbor, go to a clothing bank like Salvation Army. They'd be glad to have you go down and help them sort clothes. Just give back to your community somehow, okay? And in the meantime, you guys take care of yourselves. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.